Hello, I'm Derek Smalls, and you're watching, or listening, or both, to Rock Shop Live with Eric Broadbent. He's the Bent Broad.
You're watching Rock Shop Live, brought to you by Stewart Travel Guitars. See the incredible Stowaway Travel guitar at stewartguitars.com. Microphones for Rock Shop Live are provided by Rode Microphones. Now, for Music Gear Network, here's your host, guitarist Eric Broadbent.
Hey everyone, happy Saturday afternoon to you. Welcome to Rock Shop Live. We're doing kind of an unorthodox and an unscheduled, well, it is scheduled, but an odd time for us to be doing Rock Shop Live. We hope you're having a fantastic Saturday, trying something a little different here as well too, with a different microphone up in the, just out of frame here, so I don't have to have this thing in my face the whole time. We're trying something a little different. We're going to be taking a look at what I call, in my personal opinion, the world's greatest travel guitar rig, using the Stowaway guitar back there, which you can see on the stand from Stewart Guitar Company. And we're going to be using, for today, we're going to be using the HX Stomp from line 6. For most of you that tune into my unscheduled live guitar jam broadcast, whenever I do those, you usually see me using Helix, or you hear me using Helix, or you can see Helix back there. But, and we get spoiled with that too. Some of us that have a Helix and have a Stomp, you get spoiled because there's more at your fingertips or your feet when in the big boy Helix compared to Stomp. You've only got the limitation of 6 blocks. But for travel size, the rig, I mean, look at the bag that the guitar comes with. We're going to go through all this in detail, but you can put the guitar in this little bag and the Stomp right in the front, throw a guitar cord in there, and you've got the world's smallest, most powerful guitar rig. And, the days of yesterday of years gone by, I see Six String Brian in the chat, and myself, we're both kind of retired from performing out with, traveling on the road and things like that. But back in the day when we would perform, it was all about the intimidation factor, rolling in with a couple 810 Ampeg, cabs, several 412 Marshalls or PVs or, Van Halen amps or whatever the case may be. And, you're there to make a statement, right? Nowadays, we're all getting older, and it's not about rolling in with 412 cabinets anymore. A lot of these places will look at you weird as it is. You start rolling in big cabinets and, keeping noise levels to a norm, right? So downsizing things, but still having the tone that you love is really, really important. And of course, what we're talking about today is be able to travel with this stuff, whether you're traveling by car, by boat, by plane, whatever the case may be. If you're going camping, you want to bring a real electric guitar with you and not have to bring like a full-size, your Strat or your Les Paul or whatever the case may be, right? So we're going to have some fun today. We're going to look at some reviews online on some websites. We're going to have a look at the Stewart Guitar Company website as well too. And there's a couple just about 3 really cool reviews I'd like to share with you from Premier Guitar, from MusicCritic.com, and I forget the other one, but we'll have a look at that in a moment. We'll be doing some live jamming as well too, showing you what it sounds like. And I'm going to be using, like I said, I'll be using Stomp for the whole time. I'm going to be using one set of presets for the entire duration. And it's what I call my Stomp trifecta, and it's a clean, dirty, and a lead channel, and I'm going to be staying on that the whole time. But it'll show you exactly what you could have, whether you're in a hotel or you want to go and play on stage with your buddies. If a buddy invites you to come over and jam, you got everything right here in one small package. So let's say hi to a bunch of people here as well first. And actually, you know what? Let's pop the chat on here for a quick second. Let's do this 1 second here. Yes, and let me see here. Bear with me here. Let's do this. Let's put on the chat and see what we got here. All right, we should be good. All right, that's good. We'll leave that on chat for a few moments. Okay, let's say hi to everybody in chat. R2R3 is here. R2R3 Locking Nut, Brad Miller, Six String Brian, my beautiful Butterfly and Ladybug show. And how's the audio sound today, guys and girls? I'm using, like I said, using a different mic. It is a Rode mic, of course. Sonia is here. Janny Ty is here. Line 6 Pod HD 500. Nice. Mark Taylor is here. And I think I've got everybody here so far. And a great show on the Butterfly and Ladybug show yesterday with Mark and Leanne and obviously Sandra Lee. It was pretty cool. Lots of fun. Let me see here. Awesome. Okay, so I'm going to highlight down where Sonia is just so I know where we left off here. And let's jump over to some websites here just for a couple moments. And, it's not going to be all a talking thing today. I'm going to show you some physical sounds and what everything this can do, both with Line 6 HX Stomp and, of course, the guitar itself, too. Awesome. Nice to see you guys and girls in here today. Let's jump over to a web browser here for a second. There we go. Okay, so we got the Stewart Guitars website open right now, and there's a Stowaway, and that gives you a nice big close-up of what it looks like. So you're looking at close to a full-size Stratocaster style body. Very, very comfortable too. And I haven't talked about the comfort factor a lot as far as like the belly cut and everything on it. Very, very comfortable and good. I'm getting a thumbs up on the audio, so fantastic. Awesome. It's just so much better than having this thing in my face all the time, right? And it gives me a little bit more freedom here as well too. Just got to remember to shut it off when I start playing guitar. So yeah, that's really, really cool is this down at the bottom here, the clip joint, patented clip joint neck system. I mean, first of all, the innovation of having the neck come off and go into the back cavity of the guitar is pretty darn cool. But I think some people have the misconception that, you know, I'm sure a lot of us, you know, I'm speaking of like R2, R3, he's probably a candidate for this, maybe Mark Taylor. Back in the day, we would always take our necks off our guitars and make some adjustments and shim them and do all kinds of crazy stuff. And every time you take your neck off, you know, you're putting your screws back in, those long screws, and, you know, you're really making those holes bigger. The grip is many times we've had to like put toothpicks and wood dowel in there and cut them off, put the bolts back in. So what my point is, taking your neck off 6 million times can really wreck the guitar. That's why something like this is really awesome, because you've got steel on steel, and look at all the screws. Hopefully you can see my mouse cursor. Yeah, I think you can. So you're metal on metal. So you're always going into metal on metal. And I'm not sure if that's stainless steel or what the material is, but you're never going to wear out that neck joint. And the luxury of this guitar is it's made to take apart all the time. So, you know, let's say you took it apart 5,000 times over the course of your lifetime. Maybe that's a number that's outrageous. Maybe it's not that high. Maybe it's more. I don't know. But you're never going to wear that out, which is a good thing. So you never have to fear about damaging your neck of the guitar. But it's the Jim, like the CEO and the owner, he flies all over the world, and he said, you know, he's gotten so much attention. As a matter of fact, I just got a text message from him right now. He flies so much, he gets so much attention with this guitar every time he brings it out. And I'll be 100% honest. Let's jump back just for a quick second to a bigger screen. When I took it down to this last winter NAMM back in January, and we had a one flight that was about a 2.5 hour layover, and you know, had I not had the guitar, it probably would have been boring. You know, we're in a different city that we've never been to before, so it was kind of nice. You're only seeing it through the eyes of the airport, but I had the guitar there, so I took it out, and Junior and I were both noodling with it. And the minute I took it out of the bag and put the neck on it and clicked it on, I had these older gentlemen just off to the side, and they were staring at us, and they're like, you could just tell, like, what the heck have those guys got? And they kind of looked over and smiled. They didn't ask any questions, but they looked over and with a kind of a nod of approval. So that was pretty cool. So I'll jump back again to the website, and I'll make sure I don't miss anybody in the chat. I don't think I have as of yet. Yeah, it is a great invention, R2, R3 is saying. Let's jump back to the website. So you can jump over here to the website, stewartguitars.com. All right, now if we end up going to the actual, where you can buy the guitar, they start at a base price of $679 US, all the way up to a little over 900, and then there could be other customization options as well too. In a couple of the reviews that we're going to show you, the only negative that the people will say about the guitar, and this is, you know, when you only have one negative, that's pretty darn good. They talk about it being pricier than some other guitars. And I deal with that all the time in the music business. You know, like some things people are like, well, okay, I can buy this pedal board for $200, and I can buy one from our friends at Idea Bench for $500 or $600. You're like, well, I could save $300 or $400 if I bought this cheaper one. But we need to stop looking at things, and I'm bad for this sometimes too, in the disposable world. We buy it, throw it away, buy it and throw it away. You know, we're wasting so much stuff, and then we're buying again and again and again. If you purchase upfront and you put as much as you can into your investment, you're going to get a lot more life out of it. Thus, the cost of this guitar, you know, it may be a tiny bit more than some of the other competitors that we're going to look at today, but the options and the playability, the durability, and just the fun factor is worth it for sure. So you're looking at the base price, $679. You come in here, you can choose from your colors, right? And I'll just pretend I'm going to build my guitar. The one I have is the Tobacco Sunburst. Okay, so we're going to pick that. Select a pick guard. In my case, my pick guard is traditional, or standard, I should say. All right. Now I happen to have humbucker single. So we're going to choose a humbucker. So now you'll see my base price is $779. But the sky is the limit. You can do anything you want with these. You can add dual humbuckers. You can add custom electronics. You can reach out to Jim at Stewart Guitars, and he can pretty much do anything that you're looking for. So let's jump over here for a second, and let's look at a couple reviews. I'm not going to read them word for word, but we're going to have a quick look here as well. So this is from oldtimemusic.com. I'll share the link later on. You come back and you read the whole thing. But top 7 best travel electric guitars for your money in 2020. If you're a regular traveler or possibly planning on an extended period of traveling, it's unlikely that you'll want to take a full-size electric guitar with you. Full-size guitars are not only heavy, but also cumbersome and frequently troublesome to transport. If you're traveling by plane, you're even in for more problems to face. The regulations regarding your rights to take your guitar on a flight as carry-on luggage are ambiguous and all too frequently at the good or bad will of the ground staff. So you get somebody on a bad day. I've seen people toss those guitars and luggage bags around. You don't want to be having your guitar in the hands of someone who just got in a fight with their girlfriend. Therefore, you need one of the best travel electric guitars currently available. These can be taken anywhere and are lightweight and compact. So let's get this best electric travel guitar review underway and see what the world of electric travel guitars has to offer. So there's, you can see a little, that's kind of a one that we all recognize with a Spirit line from Steinberger under the Gibson Epiphone brands. But here we go, the top 7 best electric guitars, travel electric guitars to buy in 2020. And we're seeing the Stewart at number 1. I love that. I love seeing him pop up in number 1. So let's have a quick look at this. This is something I am going to read close to word for word. Features and specifications. The best of our best travel electric guitars under this review is the Stewart electric travel guitar, which is every bit a full-size electric guitar with a 648mm scale length and 22 medium frets. I love that. Not 21 frets, not 24. I got my 22 frets. I can hit my high notes as I like. The shape of the body, the volume and tone controls. I skipped a little bit. The fretboard is constructed from amaranth with simple pearloid dot inlays. The neck has a 14-inch radius and is made from maple. Nut width is 42mm. Features an alder body with traditional tobacco sunburst high gloss. The shape of the body, the volume and tone controls, a 5-way toggle switch, the slotted hardtail, and the 3 Alnico single coil pickups all contribute to its classic Stratocaster looks. However, undoubtedly the best and most important feature of the guitar is easily collapsible neck. Pulls off with that patented neck clip joint system, puts it in, slides into the back of the guitar, and you're off to the races. Now, sound and playability. This is very important. I mean, you can have a guitar and take it with you, but how does it sound? How does it play, right? A lot of travel guitars are novelties or toys. So one of the great things about this guitar is that it has a full-size body and scale length. Playing it feels every bit the same as playing a non-normal travel guitar. You'll have no adjustments to make playing the Stewart electric guitars. So you don't have to do any setup or anything. Jim does a really good job right out of the box. So when you get your guitar, out of the box from what he set up, it's ready to go and plays great. The removable neck, obviously that's its main selling feature. The main feature of the guitar is its patented clip joint removable neck. This is really quick and easy to assemble or collapse without loosening strings in mere seconds. The nice thing is also after reassembly, the guitar typically stays in tune with some fine-tuning adjustments, and that's about it. Good quality travel cases provided, as I showed you. We can't really see it big here on the screen right now, but there it is, nice and small. I always relate it to the size of a pizza box. Or, not a pizza box, but they bring your pizza to you, the delivery guys and girls. Those things, the warmers, that's how big it is. Fully compliant with the latest airline carry-on size restrictions, and it's something that could save you a lot of hassle. So that is over at Old Time Music, and there's also another good review on musiccritic.com. Musiccritic.com calls the Stowaway the world's best, the number 1 best travel guitar out there. So they pick 3 here. At a glance, their top 3. They've got the Stewart. There's 2 of them from Traveler as well. And, I don't knock other products, and this is not my intention to knock any products, and I don't look at this as a knock. I don't like the form factor of these 2 particular Travelers. It's just I like to play a guitar that feels like my old Stratocaster or my Super Strat for the guitars that I play. Like a couple humbuckers or just an S type or a Strat type guitar. I like that comfort. It feels the same. The others are just a little awkward. They got some good reviews though, but the things that they say about the Stewart is incredibly compact for its size, for transit, forward-thinking design concept, and a regular guitar with an assemble-yourself attitude. So that gives a bunch of specs here as well too, and why we liked it. It's a rather unusual solution which undoubtedly impacts the footprint of the instrument, leaving it or nearly having it together. So altogether, so your size is cut right down. And then there's one other one here as well too. I'll share these links here, later. This is more of just a review from Premier Guitar, but this was back in 2018. Gives you all the specs and all that good stuff. So I'll share these links later on as well too. I'll put them down in the description. So let's jump back over here to Here we go. We're good. And let's see if I've missed anybody in the chat since we last left off. We got James from Ottawa jumping in. Guitar Man 45. Scott Roos is here. Nice to see you folks. Nice to have you here. We're going to do some playing here in a second. You're going to be using HX Stomp. So we're going to switch that on in a second for you just jumping in. We're plugging this baby in. All right. Who else? We got AZ is here. Hello from Chandler, Arizona. And 6 strings and 10 fingers is here. Hey. Nice to have you. Right on. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, I'm going to reach down and plug this in. All right, so I'm going to be running 1/4 inch out of HX Stomp, and we're going to be running to my mixer. I'll be getting some headphones on here momentarily. So we're going to do that. And let's just get a cord here. And actually, I'm going to be using today as well, too. This might be a little dirty. You have to bear with us because we have pets here, but I'm going to be using my Mission Engineering expression pedal from Wah. Plug that in. All right, expression pedal is in. And we got our left and right out. Get some power. All right, we need a guitar cable. Okay, let's do that. Tell you what, let me switch over to my Be Right Back screen just for a moment, and I will literally be right back. Stand by.
Should that be louder or softer?
Bring up the mids on your chalkboard there a little bit.
Bring up the what on the what?
Turn up your mids on your chalkboard.
Okay. There it is. What we've got MXR Distortion Plus, which is I talked about a sharp sound. That really helps if I want something to be easy to pick, I'll press on that because it just sort of sharpens it up. The phase 90 script with the LED so I can tell that it's on, even when I got earplugs jammed in my ears.
Yep.
And that also helps the sharpness. The Supro Drive, which is a lot more, big, thick, kind of Leslie West, the bassy kind of.
All right, I'm back. Okay, we're good now. Man, that volume is really good on these headphones. These are crappy headphones, but I got it cranked up louder than I thought. Let's have a look and see what we got for tone here as well too. And okay, I'll be shutting off that condenser in just a moment as well too. So let's look for Helix. HX Stomp. Here we are. Okay, and we need my laptop on because we're going to need that for some tunes. Let's see what we got here. Okay, now I know you're hearing the clack. We're using a very sensitive condenser microphone. Okay, let's jump over here as well too. Let's get a sound level here on some tunes. All right. We're going to be using nothing but HX Stomp and the Stewart Stowaway Travel guitar. All right. We can try. Let's start off with we'll rock it up a little heavy here to start with. Let's see what we got. All right. Rock and roll.
One night you'll taste it sweet. One night on your knees. When your hand
So there you go. That was fun. That's actually sounding pretty darn good. And what I'm going to show you here, I'm used to having, like a D tuner on my Floyd Rose guitars and things like that to drop it down to D pretty quickly. So we're going to do a song now that's in drop D, and I'm going to show you how quick and easy it is to actually tune it. So I'll try to show you here without hitting anything. You can see the tuners on the, let me see if I can show you like this. There you go. There's all your tuners, okay? Right there. So watch the range I have. They're like little bullet type tuners. Watch as I tune the E down to a D. That easy. I mean, I could drop it down 2 or 3 more whole steps. There's that much range on the tuners. And listen to that sustain. These are just stock pickups. Nice. All right, let's try a song in drop D.
I've had all I can handle. Way up, I am the mental. Have we seen enough to never seem to feel what's come to be? And it feels like we're
mess that one up a little bit. Metalhead Hippies here. Since we have it in D, let's stay down here in D for a second. Let's try another one. I don't think I've ever played this song on this guitar. This is going to be a first at first, I think. Here we go.
Close your eyes and
see a good question there from Lewis. He's asking what kind of pickups are on the guitar. These are just proprietary Stewart guitars made for Stewart. I don't know the exact output of them. I think the humbucker would be close to the output I'm used to on the Wolfgang. So, somewhere around 13, 14K, somewhere in that neighborhood. Don't quote me on that. But they're stock. But you can get anything you want pretty much as a custom add-on. You can have Seymour Duncans put in. As a matter of fact, let me show you. I think I have a picture here. So they're stock. That's the answer for Lewis there. Let's turn this off for a quick second. And I know somewhere I have a picture. Here it is. There you go. So there's a guitar just like mine, except it's got a Seymour Duncan, the zebra bobbins, but you got Seymour Duncan humbucker and the bridge, a Seymour Duncan humbucker in the neck, and I believe Jim told me that's a stacked, or that's either a noiseless pickup in the center or it's a stacked single coil humbucker as well too. But the sky's the limit. This depends on what you want to pay, right? So these are our stock proprietary pickups in mine right now. So you know what I think I might do here for a second? Oh, and thank you so much, Metalhead Hippie. Thank you so very, very much for the super chat. That's very, very kind of you. I'll pick up a couple coffees on that today. I appreciate that. Thank you. I'll get one for Nocturnal and one for myself. Or I might even treat myself to a frosty beverage. Who knows? But I thank you very, very much. Let's turn that picture back off for a second. And I'll go back over here. And we'll throw this on for a sec here as well, too. All right, so in Average Joe, do you prefer bridges that aren't floating? I do for the most part. I do have a couple guitars, actually only one guitar that has a floating bridge, the JTV 89F Variax. You can't see, that's a shuriken back there. Just hiding, you can see the headstock right there. That's the only guitar I have that has a floating bridge. This obviously is a fixed tail, a hardtail, so I do prefer a fixed bridge for sure. So let's try something a little different here in just a moment. Just getting a message, make sure I don't miss anything. And we're going to jump over. Some of you have seen this video that I'm about to show you. Actually, you know what? And I know what I'll do. I'm going to use that towards the boy's birthday. Junior's birthday is on Monday. 14 years old. Young man. He's growing faster than... It's crazy. And he's really impressing me with the guitar. He come down here the other day and learned this new song. Wanted me to write him a quick Helix preset for him. And man, he's great. But his birthday's on Monday. We're looking forward to spending the day with him. It's going to be great. And he's going to be kicking my butt here pretty soon on guitar too. RG Pop says, what do I think of the JTV 89F? I love the guitar. I love it to death. It's a fun guitar to play. And of course, with the Variax technology, I can have acoustic guitar. I can have everything all in one guitar. So the video I'm about to show you, you'll see me playing for about 15 to 30 seconds on it. And then it's a little bit of a quick interview I did with some of my friends. Well, they've become friends now. Some of them were friends for a long time, but people I met from around the world that are owners of the Stowaway Travel guitar that I'm holding right now and getting their opinion. So, I mean, you can hear me talk about it till you're blue in the face and I'm blue in the face. But you get to hear people that are unbiased reviews that I got to speak to, and they'll tell you their thoughts on the guitar. And my one friend, Daryl, he has a really, really good point. I don't want to spoil it, what he says about it, but it's very, very key. He's the last speaker in the video, so listen closely what he says. It's very short. And there is a question again here too. And yes. AZ says, is that HX Stomp preset available? Yes. Nocturnal Butterfly will share, or Butterfly and Ladybug Show will share the link for that preset. It's called Stomp Trifecta. It's been available on the marketplace for quite some time. I think, don't quote me, I think it's around $4.99. And I have a new Helix one coming out. It should be there any day. A much bigger version of that one for $7.99. But the Stomp Trifecta is available on Marketplace. And there's a link right there, musicgearnetwork.ca/Helix. That will jump you right over to my section of Marketplace on Line 6's website. And there you go. She's got the link already, so that's fantastic. We got to make Junior a Twinkie cake. So Metalhead Hippie, you contributed towards that. Thank you very much. We'll make sure that he knows about that. Okay, so let's turn off this microphone in here in a second, and we're going to jump over and watch a really cool video. It's about 8 to 10 minutes long, maybe 11 minutes long, but it's really informative, and you get to see the passion. Watch the people's eyes and this how they really relate to this guitar. And again, they weren't paid, they weren't compensated for doing this video. We just chatted, and we had probably about an hour conversation with each one of these people. We kind of edited it down to a nice short couple minutes each. Let's have a look. Hey there, Eric here from Music Gear Network, hoping this video finds you well. Over the past month, I've had the opportunity to chat with several Stowaway guitar owners from around the world, several of them who have now become friends. In filming today's video, I thought, you've heard my reviews, thoughts, and impressions on the guitar again and again. Why not showcase other Stowaway owners from around the world and get their input as well? Well, stick around because we've got some great commentary from some special guests coming right up. Just before we hear from some happy Stowaway owners, I'm going to take about 30 seconds of your time and show you what this baby can do, and then we'll turn it over to them.
name is Jared Frost, and I've been playing the Stewart Travel guitar. I've been playing for about 20 years, and I absolutely love this guitar. It's fantastic. The first time I played it, I met Jim at Guitar Center, just one of the local ones around here, and the one that he brought with him was the one that I actually bought, which is this one. And I mean, I loved it. I thought it sounded great. It played great. He showed me how it worked, took it apart, everything. And it is, you know, for the weight is like perfect. It's not too light. It's not too heavy. It's balanced very well. And I thought it was great. I thought it was an absolutely brilliant idea. And I fell in love with it right away. You can probably put in a lineup the amount of travel guitars that are out there, and there's dozens of them. This one is completely different. This one, the quality is unmatchable. Everything it's made out of, the bridge, the pickups, the wood, the neck, everything, it plays and feels like a real full-size guitar. I mean, it's not a toy, you know, it's a guitar, but it's extremely versatile in the things that it can do, and the combinations of options that are offered to you as far as making it your own, the pickups or whatever, it's unmatchable. It's a fantastic instrument, and that's exactly what it is. I recommend this because look at this. It's headless. The style of it is fantastic, and you can't beat it. The best part about it is you can take it apart with just the turn of some screws. Just like that. Done. I've got the, a lot of people don't have this, but you know, in the neck, if I have a DiMarzio, what is it, the Super Distortion or whatever, I mean, I'm a metal guy and I love playing lead, and when you need that, it's there. You know, I didn't want some single coil in there, and mine also has the humbucker for the bridge, so it sounds killer in any kind of situation. That's my favorite thing about it, is that it's not just, you know, play it on an amp this big or whatever. You can play it anywhere, and it's going to sound killer.
Hey, I'm Dale Hurt, musician in Nashville, arranger. Do a lot of session work, television and film pre-records, artist tours, and an awful lot of Broadway theatrical work. Just got this Stewart guitar. Amazingly, this guitar fits into the smallest case you could imagine, just about the size of a briefcase, because the neck detaches here, slides into this handy slot, and you put it in something the size of a briefcase. It goes onto an airplane, and I fly constantly in my work. I fly 150 days a year, and this is a lifesaver. Another thing that's great about this guitar is on the musical theater pit work, where you have to change instruments within a bar or two, 8 beats or something like that. You have to reach over and grab an instrument quickly. This is very, very light, as opposed to a Les Paul or some of my Fender guitars that are very, very heavy. You can just grab this like this and it doesn't kill your shoulder. It's basically wired like a Strat with a humbucking pickup here if you really need to crunch it out. It's you know, real punchy guitar, real high end if you need it. The way it tunes up is it tunes from these machines right here, runs through the guitar, and attaches everything up here and locks it down with a hex wrench, so that when you go to change strings, you detune the guitar, unhook it here, run through the back, up through the bridge, lock it down, and each string locks individually. You don't have to do them all at once. Lock it down, cut it, boom, done. I used this guitar extensively recently on a Broadway production, touring Broadway production of the musical Hair, which, by the way, it's in its 50th anniversary tour. Just did that. Very, very handy guitar to have for traveling.
Well, my name's Tim Hums. I go by TJ. This idea of the full-size collapsible guitar, it's amazing. I was a bass player most of my life for close to 41 years now, and started picking up the guitar about 5 or 6 years ago out of necessity, and it's been a really good fit. I'm a business professional by Monday through Friday. Well, now I can take my guitar with me anywhere I go and practice. The build quality of this guitar is amazing. I received it, I got it out of the package, I looked at it, the frets on this and the fingerboard It's professional quality, so smooth. This thing cuts like butter. Everything is just so smooth, plays very well. The action is amazing on it. As far as tonal characteristics of this guitar, it's got a wide variety of ranges. I'll put it up against anything out there. I've played this live on stage with my band on the weekends. I've gotten a lot of compliments on the sound of it. And then when I go to put it away and take it apart, everybody's just absolutely amazed that something like that could have a monster sound on it. I can get anything I want. I tend to play like slightly dirty, mostly clean, with just a little bit of delay on it, and it does what I ask it to do every time. As far as the durability of this guitar, it's pretty amazing. I can take this apart and put it together in just a few seconds. Can do this repeatedly. I've done it a few times just to demonstrate to people how well and how compact and how easy it is. I had it in some pretty extreme conditions already. I've taken it to New York City in July, 101 degrees. I was just up in Massachusetts a few weeks ago where it was only 20 degrees. The thing is just amazing what I get out of it and the consistency of it. Just a little tweak of the tuning when you put it together and you're ready to go. I would recommend this guitar to any guitarist out there, anybody who plays an instrument with strings. Me, myself being a bass player, I can take it and practice my bass lines. I can practice guitar. The main point of this guitar is you're not compromising any quality of a regular guitar. You get this out, and this is a good stage quality guitar in my opinion. As I mentioned before, got a lot of compliments, and for a beginner guitar player like me to get compliments, pretty amazing. I love it, and I would recommend it to anyone. I ordered the electric blue with the pearloid pickguard. Very beautiful guitar aesthetically. This goes with me to just about every gig now.
That's amazing. I've tried several travel guitars and never had much luck with them. This is way cool. You're gonna do a bass someday, I hope.
That's right, we will.
But in the meantime, look at this. It just goes in your backpack, goes on a plane. It's a real guitar.
That's right.
It's not a toy.
That's right. That's exactly.
You can actually use it on stage, and it's the only guitar you need. It's really fantastic, and it's a quality instrument too. It's not just, like I say, it's not a toy. It's
right.
Cool. I love it.
Hi, I'm Daryl Qualls. I've been playing guitar since 1994. Session player, pro touring player. You can catch me on tour right now with Frank Fletcher, previously with Scott Haggard, Steel River Band, Kristen McCalla. I first discovered the Stowaway while I was out with Scott Haggard, I don't know, probably 2 years, three months ago or something like that. And me and Jim Reed started talking back and forth. A mutual friend actually turned me on to him. Just developed a relationship with Jim and with playing the guitar, and there you have it. The tuning stability of the guitar is great. Last year I was up north and we stayed in sub-zero temperatures for 2 to 3 weeks. I had my Stewart out with me, a USA Strat, and a couple other USA built guitars. The Stewart was the only one that I didn't have to reset up right after that run. As far as the performance goes, I put it right on par with my other Strat style guitars. It's a great guitar. Usually when folks see it, they want to know about it. They want to check it out, where'd the headstock go? And to be frank about it, people look at the guitar and it gives me a little bit of extra exposure having something a little different than everybody else as well. Yes, this guitar is for way more than just travel. I literally take this guitar everywhere I go. If I'm at home, I'll put it in the truck. If I go to a show to see somebody else play, I have it in the vehicle. A lot of the times, when you go to another person's show, if you've got a buddy on stage or whatnot, like, hey man, you want to jam? So I got my guitar with me. It's great for a teacher to bring into a classroom. You got it on your back. I can put my laptop in there. It's really good for artists that like to do a lot of demo work, because no telling where you're going to be at when the inspiration hits. You got your computer in there, your interface in the backpack. It's in the back of the truck. You can literally stop beside the road and do your demo. As a matter of fact, I've done it.
As you've just heard, these excited Stowaway owners share many of the same feelings towards the guitar, and the proof is written all over their faces. Whether you are a guitarist looking for the world's best travel guitar, or a music retailer looking to carry the world's best travel guitar, you need to reach out to our friends at the Stewart Guitar Company. In conclusion, you've heard my thoughts, and you've heard testimonials from owners around the world just how much they love their Stowaway travel guitar. Like I've said numerous times before, 5 minutes after playing this guitar, you're going to forget it's a travel guitar. Thanks so much for watching this video today. I encourage you to head over to StewartGuitars.com right now. For Music Gear Network, I'm Eric Broadbent. Cheers. And just for the record, I do have more than one shirt. I just realized I was wearing the same shirt in that video as I'm wearing right now. So yeah, and obviously that wasn't live. That was a produced video. That's something that we put out just after Christmas. It was a lot of fun to speak with Jared and Tim and Daryl, and it was just a lot of fun. Got to learn a lot about their musical careers, what they've been doing, and they all share the same thing. When you play with these guitars, and what I've said a million times is the icing on the cake is the fact that this guitar is a travel guitar. But after you play it for 5 minutes, you totally forget that. You got extreme comfort with a nice cutaway here. It's hard to see there in the cutaway here, the belly cut, whatever. Nice comfort. The balance is fantastic. You'd think without having a headstock that it would be more, bottom heavy. It's just the balance and the comfort is amazing. We're going to wrap up here at the 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time hour here. But before we go, we're going to play a couple more songs for people that are jumping in late, so you get an idea to hear what this thing can sound like. And for those of you that are jumping in right now, I'm playing through HX Stomp exclusively today, not using the big boy Helix. I'm using Stomp as the main vehicle for my tone. And the reason why, that is the crucial thing that I wanted to tell you about, to be able to have a small travel rig. You can put the Stowaway when it collapses into the travel bag, Stomp, a guitar cord. You can even throw in your laptop if you want in there, and you've got a full studio ready to go, because the Stomp will also double as a very, very nice USB interface to your MacBook or your PC, whatever you've got. Mark says, great video. Thank you very, very much. It's fun to get. I like to be able to have a video that I can play and I can kind of get back for a second and kind of watch with you guys and girls as well too. Kind of like over on the Butterfly and Ladybug show, we get to watch old movies on Friday afternoons, Friday Fun Flicks. It's a lot of fun to sit back and watch and chat without having me worry about disasters or things going wrong here and there. So let's cue up another song here as well too. Let's see what we got here. We're going to play Loaded Gun from a while back. I'll mute the microphone. We'll do a couple more songs here and we'll wrap up. But I really, really encourage you to check those guys out over at StewartGuitars.com. Jim will take very, very good care of you. There's no question about that.
Step away
And there we go. I keep switching the wrong mic off. We're going to do one more song here. It's at 3:52 Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to show you again because I think it was Sonia asking earlier about how easy is it to tune. So I know this is going to sound a little funny here because I'm going to be tuning live on the air here, but there's those fine tuners in the back again. Well, actually, they're not fine tuners. They are the tuners, but they're very fine. The gear ratio is fantastic on them. I want to do a song that's in drop D, so watch this, okay? I mean, watch the range I've got. Crazy. Here you go. So very easy. Okay, I'm going to play one more song, and we're going to let you guys go. Cyber Evil is here. Thank you so very, very much for jumping in, Cyber. I appreciate that. So again, check out StewartGuitars.com. Trust me, this is a really, really cool package. When you're all done with it, you take the neck off, slide it in the back cavity of the guitar, right across there. You put it in the bag, you put your HX Stomp in there, a guitar cable, and you've got the world's best travel rig for a very affordable price as well, too. Yes, we're getting low, Jason. All right, we're going to play one last song for you. Come run away with us. All right, let's rock. And there we go. Simple, 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 simple. I'm just going to mute the HX Stomp for a second and the laptop there. And who do we see jump in here as well? So Seventh Son is here as well too. Let's unplug the guitar here for a second. And let's try something here. See if I didn't put these on too tight. I don't think I did. All right, so watch this. We're going to take the guitar apart. Get the gig bag ready first. Just because I'm in a bit of a tight quarters here. We're going to pack everything up. Condenser is really sensitive, isn't it? All right, take the two thumb screws off the back. They don't physically come off. Push the quick release button right here. Put the neck in the back of the guitar. All right, done and done. Guitar is going in. Pardon the mic noise. All right, I'm going to power down Stomp. That was my rig today. And get the zipper. And you got backpack straps. You're ready to rock and roll. How cool is that? That was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun with you guys and girls today. Fantastic. We are almost right on the 4 o'clock hour. This is great. So be sure to look at the links down below to take you to the website. Again, too, if you have any questions, reach out to Jim. Jim's a fantastic guy. He's become a really good friend of the family here as well. He'll answer any of your pre-sale questions. And there's nothing he can't really do for you as far as custom options. You know, you look at it like a la carte. You want a humbucker pickup, you want 2 humbucker pickups, you want this, you want that. Keep in mind, the big news is left-handed guitars are becoming available very, very soon. They're probably going to be on a pre-order situation where you get on the first pre-order, it'll be a small deposit or something, I would assume, and get one while they're available. And when that batch runs out, pardon me, excuse me, there'll be more left-handeds coming for sure. You know, he's been listening to the audiences out there and what people are requesting. There's a lot of left-handed players out there that are looking for, that are, you know, just as entitled as we are as right-handed players to one of the world's best travel guitars. So lefties are coming. Metalhead Hippie, peace, Erica. Thank you so much, everybody. Ladybug says great show. Mark Taylor, it's taken off. All right, so we will see you next time very, very soon here on the channel. Check out all those fun links down below, and we will look forward to seeing you in the very near future. Have a fantastic and safe weekend, and enjoy yourself out there, and be safe. Talk to you real soon. Cheers.
Hey, you're still here? Eric Jr. here, reminding you to check out our full lineup of quality merch. Available right now in the Broadstash Boutique. Quality products and fast shipping. Visit broadstash.com today.
Video production services for Rock Shop Live are provided by Design 39 Media. Visit design39media.com for all your website, photography, and video production needs. Microphones for Rock Shop Live are provided by Rode Microphones.